What if the wildest predictions about the future were never meant to entertain us, but to prepare us? For more than 3 decades, The Simpsons has earned a reputation unlike any other television show in history. Time and time again, jokes that once seemed completely ridiculous have later appeared in real life. From advanced technology to political events and scientific breakthroughs, the series has repeatedly shocked audiences with moments that feel almost prophetic. Some people call it luck. Others believe the writers simply understood human nature and where society was heading. But while many famous predictions have already become reality, some of the show's darkest visions still remain ahead of us. And that may be the most unsettling part of all. As artificial intelligence grows smarter, space exploration accelerates, and digital technology becomes part of everyday life, several old Simpsons episodes suddenly feel less like comedy and more like warnings. Today, we're exploring the creepiest predictions that haven't fully happened yet, but could change the future if they ever do. One of the most disturbing ideas hidden inside? The Simpsons is the complete replacement of human workers by intelligent machines. In the 2012 episode Them, Robot, Mr. Burns decides that people are simply too expensive and unreliable, so he fills the Springfield nuclear power plant with highly advanced robots capable of performing nearly every task. Homer barely keeps his job because someone still needs to sign for deliveries, creating a funny moment that hides a frightening possibility. Fast forward to today, and automation is no longer science fiction. Artificial intelligence now writes articles, creates videos, answers customer service calls, generates artwork, translates languages, and even assists with software development. Factories around the world continue replacing workers with automated systems that never sleep, never complain, and never request higher salaries. Businesses constantly search for ways to reduce costs, making AI an attractive alternative. The real question is no longer whether automation will replace jobs. It already has. The bigger question is, how many careers could disappear once machines become better, faster, and cheaper than humans in nearly every industry? Another prediction that grows more unsettling every year involves surveillance and the gradual disappearance of privacy. Back in 1999, Brothers Little Helper showed Springfield trapped inside an extreme monitoring system where citizens could be watched almost everywhere they went. At the time, the episode seemed exaggerated and absurd. Yet today's world looks surprisingly similar. Smartphones continuously collect location data. Smart devices listen for voice commands inside homes. Security cameras cover streets, shopping centers, airports, offices, and neighborhoods. Social media platforms track behavior to personalize advertisements and influence recommendations. Some governments have even experimented with systems that measure citizen behavior to determine access to certain services. While these technologies often improve convenience and security, they also create an enormous amount of personal data that can be collected, analyzed, and stored forever. The Simpsons wasn't simply joking about surveillance. It highlighted a future where people slowly accepted constant monitoring until privacy became something remembered only by older generations. Perhaps the show's most fascinating predictions involve technology entering the human brain itself. Several futuristic episodes imagine a world where memories can be erased, emotions adjusted, thoughts transmitted instantly, and consciousness uploaded into digital systems. For years, these concepts sounded impossible outside of science fiction. But today, researchers are developing brain-computer interfaces capable of allowing people to control computers using only their thoughts. Scientists hope these technologies will restore movement to paralyzed patients, help individuals communicate despite severe disabilities, and unlock entirely new medical treatments. Yet every breakthrough creates new ethical questions. If memories can eventually be modified, who controls what remains real? If human thoughts connect directly to machines, could private ideas someday become vulnerable to hacking or surveillance? Could digital systems influence emotions or decision-making without users realizing it? The Simpsons imagined these scenarios long before modern neuroscience began making similar concepts seem technically possible, reminding viewers that the greatest technological achievements often arrive alongside the greatest moral dilemmas. Space exploration has always inspired humanity, but The Simpsons suggested that the race to colonize other planets could become more about marketing than science. In the Margian Chronicles, a private company aggressively promotes a mission to Mars using flashy advertising, celebrity endorsements, and carefully designed excitement. While much of the project appears built on unrealistic promises, at first glance, the episode feels like satire. However, today's headlines frequently feature billionaires discussing permanent settlements on Mars, commercial space tourism, and ambitious timelines for creating entire cities beyond Earth. Scientists continue making impressive advances in rocket technology, yet enormous challenges remain, including radiation exposure, food production, psychological isolation, and long-term survival. The episode's deeper warning was never about exploring space itself. Instead, it questioned whether corporations might oversell dreams before the technology truly exists, convincing millions of people to invest emotionally and financially in visions that remain decades away from becoming practical reality. Another recurring warning throughout. The Simpsons focuses on the increasing digitization of everyday life, especially when it comes to money and personal identity. In the episode Frink Coin, cryptocurrency replaces traditional cash, creating a society where nearly every financial transaction becomes digital, permanent, and traceable. While cryptocurrencies themselves remain controversial, the broader trend toward cashless payments continues expanding worldwide. Digital banking, mobile payment apps, online shopping, and electronic wallets have already transformed how billions of people spend money. Supporters argue that digital finance offers convenience, speed, and security. Critics worry about something else entirely: the possibility that every purchase, donation, subscription, or financial decision could someday become part of a permanent digital record. If governments, corporations, or hackers gain access to enough information, financial privacy may become increasingly difficult to protect. Combined with expanding surveillance technologies, digital identity systems, and AI-powered data analysis, the future imagined by The Simpsons feels less like fiction and more like an extension of trends already shaping modern society. The series also explored an unsettling psychological transformation, people gradually abandoning real life in favor of virtual experiences. In Friends and Family, Professor Frink invents advanced mixed reality glasses that immerse users inside digital environments so convincing they begin ignoring the physical world around them. Characters walk into obstacles, lose awareness of their surroundings, and interact with computer-generated objects instead of real people. Years after the episode aired, videos of individuals wearing mixed reality headsets in public spaces began appearing online, looking remarkably similar to the show's exaggerated scenes. Meanwhile, virtual reality, augmented reality, AI companions, digital influencers, and immersive online worlds continue advancing every year. Social media already shapes personal identity, friendships, and emotional well-being for millions of users. The more realistic virtual environments become, the more tempting they may seem compared to ordinary life. The Simpsons suggested that humanity's greatest technological achievement could also become one of its greatest escapes from reality itself. Ironically, one of the newest and most disturbing predictions surrounding The Simpsons isn't found inside the show at all. It's created by artificial intelligence. Across social media, countless videos now claim that the series predicted global blackouts, celebrity deaths, economic collapses, underwater sharks destroying internet cables, or mysterious disasters scheduled for future years. Many of these clips attract millions of views despite being completely fabricated. Researchers and fact-checkers have repeatedly shown that numerous viral Simpsons predictions were generated using AI image tools, edited footage, or scenes that never appeared in any official episode. Deepfake technology has advanced so rapidly that convincing fake animations can now fool enormous audiences within hours. This creates a strange paradox. The show became famous because some genuine predictions unexpectedly came true. Now, AI is manufacturing entirely fake predictions, so convincing that distinguishing fact from fiction becomes increasingly difficult. In a world flooded with synthetic media, truth itself risks becoming harder to recognize. What makes these predictions so powerful isn't supernatural foresight. It is a deep understanding of how humans behave. The writers consistently explored themes of greed, political ambition, technological obsession, corporate influence, media manipulation, and society's willingness to trade freedom for convenience. Rather than predicting exact events, they imagined logical outcomes based on existing trends. When companies prioritize profit above ethics, when governments expand surveillance,